SAP project system. Projects range from smaller cost and investment projects to larger scale projects in plant engineering, construction, and mechanical engineering. Due to pressure of implementing projects successfully within increasingly shorter periods and under continuously raising costs, project management methods and tools are becoming more important. Project management tools should map the entire life cycle of a project completely and uniformly. A lack of integration options frequently results in project data, such as cost information or time data, having to be entered several times. To avoid these problems, companies that are already using an SAP ERP system are now increasingly using SAP project system to manage their projects and therefore benefit from the close integration of SAP project system with accounting, material management, sales, production, human resources, and plant maintenance, so on. The range of SAP project system functions can be used across different project types and industries. We will learn about the individual phases of managing a project using SAP project system. Structure and master data, the mapping the projects in the SAP system using suitable structures. Planning functions, planning the logistical and relevant accounting aspects of projects. Budget, project execution process, the execution phase of projects following approval and resulting quantity and value flows. Period and closing, periodic procedures available for the planned and actual data of projects. Reporting, the reporting functions for the analysis of all project related data in every phase of project management process. So these phases involves the entire life cycle of project management. So we can see over here the entire life cycle of a project and the characteristics, the complexity and uniqueness, cross-functional departmental, hierarchy of project parts, planning and controlling, integrated under umbrella of project management of SAP PS. The further elementary parts of SAP PS like dates at which we are using the basic dates and scheduling those dates and confirming the actual dates, budgets, original budget and whatever updates are being taken place and budget approvals and all the time the availability control and the commitment through the purchase requisitions, purchase orders and payment, planning of payments, actual data updates, costs and revenues, as and when required reportings, periodic processing. So everything is available as an integration in the project management system. Now we will talk about in detail about each and every phases of project system. Starting the first phase, structures and master data. A clearly and precisely structured project is the basis for planning, monitoring and controlling the projects. As a rule, a project is structured according to 2 points of view: structure and process. Hierarchical structures are used to represent the structure of projects. They enable the following: top-down estimates, for example, to establish persons responsible, the assignment of budgets; bottom-up estimates, for example, to evaluate aggregated data about costs, revenues, scheduling, and progress. As a rule, network techniques are used for planning and controlling the process flow of projects. SAP PS is a project management tool which provides with support in all phases of the project. The high degree of integration between SAP PS and other functions such as logistics, accounting, and human resources ensures that the required business process can run quickly and efficiently in SAP PS, and also provides structures that can use to model and organize projects flexibly. We can plan and monitor dates, costs, revenues, budgets, resources, materials, and so on in the structures using the relevant tools and reports. Depending on the project type and the focus of project monitoring, project can structured in SAP PS using work breakdown structures and are activities in one or more networks which can be linked using relationships if required. So the structures and masters involves of work breakdown structures and network structures. If you see, the entire project structure and master data involves headed by project definition and the Wbs element structure. This is work breakdown structure and the network header followed by network activities under this project definition, and the activities are with relationships. So the usage option of work breakdown structure and networks to structure projects we can see under one project, and the functions of these work breakdown structures for hierarchical structure, dates, costs, revenues, payments, budget, account assignment documents, assignment of orders, monitoring. And the functions of network, process oriented structure, scheduling, costing, invoice plans, material, resources, confirmations, account assignment of documents, monitoring. Now we can see in detail information of work breakdown structure. A work breakdown structure is a model of the project that shows the project deliverables in hierarchical form. The work breakdown structure thereby represents the structural organization of the project and provides a phase, function, or product-oriented description of the project. It outlines the project in manageable sections, like we discussed in a maintenance. The individual elements of the work breakdown structure are called Wbs elements. These can break down the Wbs elements further depending upon the project phase. The graphic structures in the project system lists important functions of work breakdown structures. Because every PSP element represents a separate controlling object in the SAP system, work breakdown structures can be used in a particular for hierarchical controlling of project costs, budgets, revenues, and if necessary, payments. By assigning orders to a Wbs element, can analyze order costs for the Wbs element and check them against the Wbs element budget. With the help of progress analysis, can view the progress values that reflect the status of the project relative to the individual Wbs elements or aggregate them according to the project hierarchy. A network describes the time sequence and dependencies of events and activities in a project and thereby represents the course of the project. A network consists of fundamental elements, activities, and relationships. Networks and their activities form the basis of planning, analyzing, and controlling dates, costs, and personal capacity, materials, resources, and services that are required for carrying out a project and its tasks. When activities are assigned to Wbs elements, the dates and costs defined in the individual activities are totaled up at the Wbs element and can be evaluated. There's nothing but a bottom-up approach. Activity costs are already assigned or checked against the budgets of the Wbs elements. Here, availability control comes into the picture. This criteria, according to which a project is structured using a work breakdown structure and our networks, can vary and depend on the type and complexity of a project. Now, when we assign the activities to the Wbs elements, the assignment functions will be like exchanging of dates, aggregation of costs, availability control, passing on a user status, generating settlement rules. So there are different ways to create project structures, as well as being able to create work breakdown structures and or networks manually. Can also use existing project structures as templates. If it is a similar nature of project, or if a similar category of the project, we can use them as templates to create new project structure. Can create a project by copying other operative projects. Standard structures are also simulation versions. So these are all different types of ways to create project structures. Assembly processing is another indirect method of generating a network, or if necessary, a Wbs from a sales order is an example. Now we can see here the creation of Wbs structure in different ways, like from templates, from other operative structures. So this is about the Wbs structure. Now in the coming lessons, we will learn about the prerequisites to create the Wbs structure and Wbs elements